girl got wings.
Yeah, I come out stepping out every day like it's a fashion show. 150 on the highway, smashing, that how fast we go. I got Alexander Wayne round with me, it's a fashion show. My Vato pull up with the pack, disappear, magic show.
Hey guys, so my motivation on this car is still pretty lacking, but I'm gonna end up throwing that hub back on the passenger side. Gonna end up getting rear struts eventually so I can put the rears on, get this thing back on the ground with WRX suspension. I got my old STI suspension, and one of the Joshes out of the 27,000 that we know is possibly interested in my STI struts with the tine springs, because he is going to be building his 05 Blob-Eye, and that thing is going to be an absolute monster when he's done with it. So he's going with a full closed deck setup. He's going triple disc clutch and everything else. I don't know if they leaked, his turbo or his fuel system setup, so I'm gonna keep that under wraps. But that car is going to be insanely fast when it's done, and Josh is gonna have to drive the hell out of it. Thankfully, he's got Bader as his sponsorship. I don't know how much of an actual sponsorship he's getting, but it's going to be completely sick. A whole different monster. If you thought my car was fast, he might be able to outrun me until I get the money together to do my winter setup, which, worst case, I might end up trying to figure out an option for this winter and then selling my current setup out of the 2019 to hopefully be able to afford the setup that I want to do next year. That's an option. I'd rather not, because then I don't have any kind of spare engine or anything. I had a potential person talking about buying the Hawkeye, which also an option, because building two cars at the same time is terrible. Horrible idea. And a lot of stress, and I just haven't had motivation to do it, man. And with the shift I'm working, I feel like I have no spare time. Even had one of y'all here on YouTube shoot me a message telling me that I look tired and I need some sleep. Well, you're not wrong. Sleep's been hard to come by lately. It's been about 6 hours a night, and then doing stuff for work and trying to have a social life. The good news is that at least I'm going to try and make some progress. Hopefully this weekend I'll be able to do a bit more on the car, and we'll see what happens. I would like to get it back on the ground here in the next couple weeks. I'm also hopefully getting parts for my buddy's heads that are sitting back in the shop, and then once I get those, I have to do some measurements, take them down to cylinder head service, get them ported, polished, drilled out for half-inch head studs. He just got a block built by Josh Bader, and yeah, no, that's basically the plan. The only issue that I've specified before is that I got to get buckets for those heads, and I'm gonna have to do some measurements and figure that out. Might have to find some tools so that I can figure out what size buckets I need, but it won't be too hard, right? So something kind of cool. If you ever buy used parts, you can tell what other people ran on them. So you see the green paint that's on these? Well, Tine likes to use green. So if you run Tine coilovers, your green paint will end up wearing off on these. So I can tell that the last person that had these had coilovers. God, I cannot talk today. All right, I'm gonna get the other one pulled apart real quick. My problem is, I need the hardware from this to throw those hubs and struts on. So, gonna knock that out real quick. Alright, let's get our axle in. Probably put our axle nut on, and then I'm going to install the bolts up here. Granted, I believe I do have this marked for where the alignment's supposed to be, but knowing me, I'm going to go get the alignment done after this whole thing anyway. Who's messaging me? What you yelling at me about? So yeah, that's Josh McGee right now, telling me that he's interested in getting the struts and springs for the STI. Helps me out because in order to be able to afford this build, it's going to be expensive as hell. Well, sadly, all I have time to do today and get on video is just bolting up the one, because it was a little bit more painful than I thought to get it into the hub assembly. But it's in there. That's the good news. Yeah, I have to leave and go pick up my son, and then come back, get ready, and go to work while he hangs out with his grandma.
Is the big one you can cut first?
Mm-hmm.
This one, like, it's 2 parts. And you're in another red box. Don't see that? Look. Look. See that? That sounds like what Mater just did. Another box.
Mm-hmm.
I think the other ones have box, box, box. Please don't be in a box. Yeah, it's not in a box. Oh, it's just this.
Your heads with just the valves. There's that little lip on it. Without the valves. And then, you know, pretty much all together. This is your retaining clip. Or retaining pins. And they go around that little lip on the valve and then keep it from going through your retainer. There we go. Yay.